What's wrong with the Thunder? Can they turn it around? At this point in time, this might sound blasphemous, but I don't remember earlier how when I said the Clippers were going to be a 3rd seed and I said OKC would be 4th or 5th. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to think OKC is not going to be any better in the overall record than they were last year. I think OKC winds up only winning 48 games this year, and that to me puts them in the 6th, 7th, 8th seed. So if I'm Paul George, I'm getting the fuck out of there, dog. I don't want to be there. Paul George right now is leading the team in points. Cool. But if I'm Paul George, I'm getting the fuck out of there, bro. I'm averaging 21, 6 and 2.7 boards a game. My PER is 18. Nobody on the Thunder team other than Steven Adams has a PER above 20.
The issue with the Thunder, right? Well, first of all, the Thunder, I still think eventually they'll get it together and they'll be, I gave them the 3rd seed. I think minimum they might end up 5th, 4th. But I still think they'll eventually get it together and have a good season because, again, reason being is they still defend too well to me to be bad. Like, they defend too well and they still have 3 guys who can go out there and get you 20 a night in their sleep. The issue is Paul George has been very streaky with his shooting this season. And as far as when it comes to scoring, he's the 3rd best scorer on this team. I think Melo's a better scorer than him, and I also think Russell is a better scorer than him. So I think for this team to really work, Paul George needs to play more of a Klay Thompson role. But Paul George needs the ball to score. Like, he's not like his shooting is streaky.
See, and that's why when you say bad shit about Klay Thompson, you also have to take into account the fact that he is good at scoring without the ball.
I never said he wasn't.
Yes, but you
I never said he wasn't.
But you talk about all of the deficiencies in terms of him off the ball.
Yeah,
in terms of him on ball.
Yeah.
But look at
off the ball, he's great.
But look at other players' deficiencies off ball. That's what I'm saying.
But Paul George is, but it doesn't really even out because, again, Paul George can still do it. He can play off ball.
Klay Thompson
but
can still do it.
Klay, like, again, last night when he had that pull-up 3 was the first 3 he had that wasn't assisted all year. The only thing I said about Klay is he can't really create for himself, and he can't.
Coming off threes, of course. What do you want Klay Thompson to do?
What?
Coming off threes, what do you want Klay Thompson to do?
What do you mean?
Come off screens. On 3-point shots.
The only thing I've said that he can't.
Coming off 3-point shots.
The only thing I've said
you
about
want him to get an open shot.
Fair.
When he's
the only thing I've said about Klay Thompson is he can't. The only thing I've said about Klay Thompson is he can't really create his own shot. It's the only thing I've said. I've said nothing else about the man. He can't really create his own shot, and I think y'all slightly overrated his defense. The only thing I've said about Klay Thompson, I've said nothing else about Klay Thompson. I've said many times, if I have a team, Klay Thompson is one of the people I would pick to be on my basketball team. That does not change the fact that this man cannot create his own shot.
Okay.
That does not change. That's all I've ever said about Klay Thompson. Okay. But what I think Paul George needs to, for this team to work, Melo has to be the second scorer. Westbrook still has to be more aggressive. Like you said that what Chuck said.
Yeah.
Yo, even though these guys were great, when I came to the team, it was my team. I still think Russell is still trying to fit. I think Russell is letting the rumblings get to him. You know, about
Russ is averaging 4.6 turnovers per game this season.
That's also bad, but he's averaging that because he's trying to create so
while
much.
Shooting 40% from the field goal range and 32.9% from the 3-point range.
But he's doing this because he's trying to be more of a facilitator and a point guard, and it's like,
how when he's only making 7 out of 17.7 shots a game?
Because the level of aggression isn't there. The same level of aggression that he had last year is not there. He's trying to be more of a facilitator and more of a point guard and trying to fit in, like you mentioned. Like, no, that's never going to work. Paul George should not be averaging more points on this team than Russell Westbrook. Just no. No, I mean, he's still trying to fit in.
The only 2 players on this team currently that are averaging above 20 points per game are Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. Russ is below at 19 point something.
No.
So, I mean, I feel you with that. My biggest thing with this team was, and I said it before the season started, they can't it's not going to be enough shots to coexist. But the difference between Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant is that Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant can all take 17 or the equal amount of shots, but the difference on the team is the fact that Steph Curry is a facilitator, Draymond Green is a facilitator. On this OKC team, the only facilitator is Russell Westbrook. and he facilitates by virtue of only when he's not really open.
That's not fair.
No, it is fair. It is fair. He's been better this season, and I apologized to him a couple weeks ago. But in terms of him distributing the ball, it's only by factor of the fact that he is looking to get other people's shots after his shot. Right? So even when you look like a person like Steph Curry can play off ball half the game. Even off ball the whole game if you want him to. Steph Curry could play ISO ball the whole game if you want him to. He could do 50-50 if you want him to. Russ can't move without the ball. So since Russ can't move without the ball,
I don't think that's true.
Russ can. When have you ever seen Russ move without the ball?
Because he's
when have you ever seen Russ come around screens? Fucking set screens for other people. His defense is terrible. His defensive IQ is fucking awful. That's why this team isn't winning.
Listen. Also, when have you seen Russ play with another facilitator? Ever. Never.
The only other facilitator on the Warriors is fucking Draymond Green.
That's still
Draymond Green and Iggy, who's on the bench. Listen, bro.
Listen. Draymond Green, Iggy, even Zaza's a good passing big man.
Zaza's a fucking facilitator.
Listen real quick. The Warriors have guys who can pass. Livingston can facilitate. Are you serious about Livingston? Livingston can't pass a basketball?
These are all bench guys. I'm talking about the main motherfuckers you leaving on the floor at the end of the games.
Can you listen?
OKC losing this game at the end. They losing all these games at the end, not at the beginning, at the fucking end.
Can you listen?
At the end.
Can you listen? Go ahead. So you saying Russ can't play off ball is also because Russ does not have the personnel to be able to play off ball. Listen. Now with Russ, you wouldn't ask Russ to come around screen and shoot threes, but goddamn, there's other ways to play off ball besides coming around screen.
He can't come around screens and drive to the basket. He can't come around screens in general. When the fuck have you seen Russell Westbrook consistently where they run plays where he is not on the ball, where he is not standing in the corner, on the shoulder of the three-point line, or at the top of the key? Russ cannot move without the fucking ball. That's his problem.
I don't think that
Melo cannot move without the fucking ball.
Yes, they can.
Melo of everybody on this team, Melo has done the best job adjusting because Melo realized when I get the ball, my job is to score and to shoot. If I get a catch and shoot, I gotta shoot it. It ain't me catch the ball, go to an ISO, spend ISO the whole time. PG and Russ either doing ISO or it's bust at this point in time. But Melo is the only one who is actually fit in. Russ is not doing other things to make other people better on the team. That's why they getting their ass whooped and they losing at the end of games and they not getting blown off the floor.